Whether you realize it or not, your decisions about where to shop, what products to buy, or what brands to trust are heavily influenced by colors. In fact, according to a paper published in 2006, people make up their minds within 90 seconds of their initial interactions with either people or products, and about 62 to 90% of the assessment is based on colors alone. Also, according to WebFX, one of the leading U.S. marketing specialists group, 84.7% of consumers cited color as the primary reason they buy a particular product, while another study, published in 2016, found that the specific colors used in a company's logo have a significant impact on how that logo and the brand as a whole is viewed by consumers. So, if you've ever found yourself wondering why so many fast food companies have red logos, it essentially all comes down to the meanings behind the colors. Color psychology dates back thousands of years. The ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Chinese studied the effects of different colors on people's moods and used their findings for health and holistic benefits. Actually, the ancient Egyptian word for color also translates as complexion, nature, and disposition. The study of colors re-emerged in the Western world in the 1960s after the famous Swiss psychologist Carl Jung started to propagate the idea of color therapy and how different colors affect perceptions. Nowadays, color psychology is used extensively in business, advertising, and marketing campaigns to engage more customers and ultimately, to drive more business. As I already mentioned in one of the previous videos, everything that happens in your body is performed through electromagnetic impulses, and the human eye can perceive a very narrow range of the electromagnetic spectrum, called visible light. When light enters the eye, it strikes the photoreceptor cells in the retina, which generate an electrical impulse for every color, hue, and brightness. Through the optic nerve and countless nerve endings, these signals end up in the brain, where are processed and perceived as a visible image. Triggered by the signals sent from the retina, the brain sends back electric impulses which can make you feel happy, sad, or even hungry. Colors can affect your health, your mood, and even the taste of food or drinks. For example, people can easily mistake a cherry-flavored drink for being lime or lemon-flavored if that drink has a green color. Colors can influence even the perception of the passage of time and the size of the objects. Time seems to pass slowly and objects seem larger and heavier under a red light, and casinos take advantage of this principle by using red color lighting to get their customers excited while making them feel that they're not wasting a lot of time in the casino. The way we perceive light and colors differs from individual to individual, depending on age, gender, culture, and many other factors, and the absence of conclusive scientific results relating to color has given rise to speculations. Some advances in this field were made by the companies in the color consultation industry, and, although their nature of experiments is not scientific, the results seem to be in general agreement among marketers. The color red is associated with increased heart rate and appetite. It also attracts attention and evokes strong emotions from the viewer, as well as a sense of urgency. It is the favorite color of fast food restaurants and is often used in clearance sales or for items that are typically impulse buys. Orange is associated with playfulness and enthusiasm. It is said to activate brain activity, but it can also be seen as aggressive due to its eye-catching nature. This combination of friendliness and mental stimulation is used by the brands who want to be seen as friendly and cheerful but also confident, and it creates a call to action: buy, sell, subscribe. The happy color yellow is associated with optimism and warmth, which should come as no surprise to anyone who has ever seen a classic smiley face. It is used as a highlight color by companies who want to grab the attention of window shoppers and is the predominant color on the packaging of bakery products, along with tones of brown, to promote the idea of home-baked and oven freshness. Green has long been a symbol of fertility and is a restful and soothing color. It is often used in decorating for its calming effect. For instance, guests waiting to appear on television programs often wait in a green room to relax. Green is associated with nature and the environment, but also with money and wealth. It is mostly used to promote organic and vegetarian brands, as well as in the financial and banking industries, since it reminds consumers of money. Blue, the color of the sky and the oceans, is said to have a calming effect, evoking feelings of tranquility and security. It is often used by formal restaurants to calm and relax their customers. Longer stays correspond to larger meals, more drinks or desserts, thus, more sales. Although blue is linked to a calm state, its excessive use can be an appetite suppressant, so it's also used by all-you-can-eat style restaurants that offer buffets at a flat rate. Blue logos are widely used by banks because create a sense of security and trust and show that the brand is professional and logical. Along with green, blue is the most predominant color on bottled water labels, accompanied by fanciful and evocative names, pastoral scenes, clear streams or mountain springs in the background, and terms such as bottled at the source, in most of the cases, without even specifying the source. Purple, the classic color of nobility and kings, is associated with wealth and luxury, and also with magic and mystery. It can attract consumers who want to be seen as wealthy or wise, and it is often used by companies where structure and tradition are important. Because purple soothes and calms, it is the predominant color used by brands that offer beauty, anti-aging, or pain-relieving products. Returning to the beginning of the visible light spectrum, pink is mostly associated with femininity and can evoke a sense of playfulness, being used by companies targeted to women and children. It is also associated with sweetness, so it's found on many products like ice cream or donuts. Black and white, although technically speaking, are not colors, rather the presence or, respectively, the absence of all wavelengths of the visible spectrum, can evoke a feeling of sophistication, elegance, mystery, and glamour. They are used by companies that want to be seen as well-established, with a strong or exclusive reputation, and are often used for luxury products. Thus, next time when you go to the supermarket, or when you shop online, or even if you're getting hungry just by watching a commercial, make sure you pay attention to the colors and how they make you feel. Try thinking if you really need to buy that particular item, and you might save a lot of money.